Hi, President Obama. My name is Sandra Kozlowski, and I wanted to come to you tonight and ask a favor. I'm sorry I'm not more dressed up. I just got home from work. You see, I work as a chemical dependency counselor for a drug court, and I'm very proud of the work that I get to do. I went back to college at 48 years old to get to do the work that I do now, and it was quite a challenge when I went back to school because I was taking care of aging parents as well as raising my children. And I got 102 credits. I'm one class short due to a car accident of actually getting my degree. But I was promised that I could do the work that I get to do now. The landscape of my work is changing, and pretty soon people like me who are incredibly talented, yes, I did say I'm incredibly talented at my job, who are incredibly talented and yet do not have a bachelor's degree will soon be out of work, which will relegate me at 54 years old back to minimum wage and dead-end jobs. I'm very saddened by this, and yet I'm so burdened under student loan debt that I cannot go back to school for several years to get that bachelor's and then master's, to keep doing the life-saving work that I get to do every day. Also, my son tried to go to school, and he went to Cordon Bleu, and through predatory lending and quite basically lying to us, they misappropriated the money, and instead of using the student loan money, they went through the Parent Plus, so I have the full burden of the loan, as well as they sent my son to a private lender, which we did not know, and he is paying that money back. Mr. Obama, I was listening to Jill Stein the other day on the radio, and I have to tell you, she said something, and this is the only reason I'm shooting this video. She said that actually the student loan debt could be easily wiped out. And I understand it's a lot of money, but could easily be wiped out. And the way that it could be easily wiped out is that you don't even need, I don't know if you knew, did you know this? That you don't even need Congress's approval, that you could go to the Federal Reserve and pay off the debts. Mr. Obama, President, I ask that you consider wiping out the student loan debt for the past 10 years for every age of person. Because a lot of people are talking about the millennials. Well, I'm clearly not a millennial, and yet my life will be devastated if I cannot continue the work that I'm doing. I ask that you consider wiping out that debt. Sir, I don't believe that Senator Clinton will do the job because she was supposed to be able to figure out health care when her husband was in office and yet could not. But sir, you figured out health care and how to get every American health care. I don't believe it's on Donald Trump's radar to take care of the student loan debt. But sir, I believe that you can do it because you've always talked about doing it. I implore that before you leave office, if you would please take care of the student loan debt and wipe it out so people like me could stay employable, and as the needs of our jobs change, we could continue to get the education that we so desperately need. Sir, if I do not continue with my degrees, I will not only be out of a job, but I will not be able to have a home. In this real estate market, it is almost impossible to find housing, much less be able to lose the home I currently have. You see, President Obama, I live and breathe recovery. Not only do I have almost 12 years myself, the house I live in is falling down and owned by a slumlord, but it used to be a crack house. And my kids and I came into this house, and we have spent literally thousands of dollars of our own money reclaiming this corner in a little Olympia, Washington for sobriety. We took needles and bottle caps and all kinds of garbage both within and without the house and threw it away. Well, my house is humble, President Obama. My house is one of recovery because being a chemical dependency counselor, being a woman in recovery, and claiming recovery for my area of the world is very important. If you wipe out student loan debt, you will allow people like me, who truly love what we do, to allow us to get and further our education so that we can keep being leaders in our community. Thank you so much, and may you and Mrs. Obama have a blessed and amazing night.